Happy New Year. Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for January 1st, 2024. Today, in addition to being the first day of 2024, we also have Mercury stationing direct. So things are going to start moving forward. How cool is that? It's a great time with the moon in Virgo to get down to basics, to think about what is important to you, what you want to leave behind in 2023, and what you want to cultivate, right? Just like caring for a little seedling. What are the hopes and dreams and intentions that you want to plant and cultivate and take care of heading into 2024? And beyond. If you thought of 2024 as the beginning of the next phase of life, what would that look like for you? What would you want that to be? How would you step into that? And with Pluto going into Aquarius on January 20th, we have a significant shift in energy. The vibe will be subtle, but significantly different because Pluto in Capricorn since 2008 has taken us through some confrontations with our limitations, some challenges, transformation, really having to put in hard work and take a hard look at who we are and what's important to us and what our foundations are and what are the structures and systems that are going to sustain us going forward. What have our structures and institutions held for us in the past, and what do we want them to hold going forward? So if you think of a structure in your life, whether it's a place you've lived or a way of organizing your room or a way of organizing your work, some sort of structure is there and it's holding things in a certain way, right? It kind of channels you into, like, if the way that you arrange your furniture in your room channels you into doing your routines in certain ways, maybe changing that structure can allow you to do the routines in a little bit of a different way, and that could be in alignment with more freedom, more happiness, more joy, more flow, more abundance, right? Whatever it is you are wanting to call in, think about how the structures in your life need to change to support that way that you want to step into the new way of being or becoming the new you that you are starting off on in 2024. So Pluto will be going from Capricorn, where we've been doing that hard work, into Aquarius, where, it's like the breath of fresh air, the breaking free, the feeling of stepping outside the limitations and getting to fly. So now that's great, right? That sounds wonderful, but it also can, if we're not prepared for it, it can leave us unsure of how, it's like when you have that container, when you're behind bars of some sort, having a limitation, that limitation defines you and you know who you are. But when you step into freedom, you need to know who you are, right? Or it can be overwhelming. So it's just, it doesn't have to be bad. It's just a reminder to take that moment and remember who you are, what you want, and why that's important, and then that you can be an agent of change. You could be a change maker. You can be in that space of freedom and breakthrough and new possibility, that promise of Pluto in Aquarius. So Pluto in Aquarius also has to do with changes in technology and some of the dark side of increasing technology, or what's the word? Yeah, computers and stuff, and AI. And so just watching for the downside of how it can be isolating the more we communicate over computers and virtually, and we lose that human contact, and we have our community done by social media, right? What are the limitations of that? So thinking about how we can organize around what feels more community building than isolating. So we want to use technology, but we also need to remember its limitations and use it appropriately and in ways that can be positive. So so we got Mercury stationing direct. I've been sharing videos about 2024. If you missed it yesterday, I posted a video about the 2024 election and the astrology in the days surrounding the election, what it might look like, how we can make the most of it. So if you missed that, be sure and go watch that video. Really important. I would say probably we're going to come back to that video as we go throughout the year. So good one to bookmark and watch again as we move through this potent and very, very important time. So Mercury is going to go direct. Slowly, we're going to start to, well, as Mercury stations later in the day today, we have that opportunity to think about what it is we need to communicate, to focus on words, communication, mental processes, and then that will slowly start to move forward as Mercury goes direct. So it doesn't happen all at once. It kind of slowly starts to shift, and then slowly at first, and then moving faster as we go on, because Mercury will slow way down, hover, very slowly start to move the other direction, which in this case is direct, and then speed up over time, passing by the degree it was when it went retrograde. So that's what they call the Mercury shadow, is where is those degrees that Mercury goes through as between the point where it turns direct and the point where it turned retrograde. So anyway, don't have to get that technical about it, but slowly communication will start to move forward, and it's with the Virgo energy. And we also have, by the way, 3 planets in Sagittarius currently. So Venus, Mars, and Mercury all in Sagittarius. In my video yesterday about election day, spoke about that sign of Sagittarius and its significance. We are, of course, in the Sagittarius moon cycle. So we are in a time where we want to be thinking about our bigger picture principles, what we believe in, what's important to us, what gives meaning to our lives, and why that will be important heading into the November election. So watch yesterday's video on the election and astrology of 2024 for more on that and why it's important. But anyway, with the moon in Virgo, Mercury stationing direct in Sagittarius, it's a great time to plant the seeds for the future. And the perfect day, the first day of 2024, write something down about what you want, about what's important to you and why. And you don't have to know how you're going to get there, but it's important to know what's important to you. And it's a good starting place. So great thing to do. And also, as I was sharing yesterday, also some great things you can do with the Virgo energy to help set the stage for and hold the space for what it is you want to create. So check out yesterday's video too, if you missed that, on how to work with this Virgo energy and the new year. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing your likes and comments and sharing with a friend. I so appreciate it, and I will be back with more. You can learn more about me and how to take advantage of my current pricing if you're interested in working with me at astrologyheals.com. Not sure when I'm going to have everything put in order, but we are going to have some price increases here coming up, and I'm working on that. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.